big story there. Crucial board meeting of SoftBank will probably buy out both Kalari and Nexus and then set the stage for the merger between Flipkart and Snapdeal. We may not see an announcement this week. We may have to wait a bit because then the process of due diligence, etc., will start. But this is now the last lap as far as that proposed merger is concerned. The other big story tonight, can India's farming community be brought under the income tax net? The government think tank NITI Aayog believes that this is doable in the near future as it expects a huge increase in per capita income. The recommendations are part of a 15-year vision that NITI is working on, and a shorter 3-year version of this plan is all set to be released. Rituparna Bhuyan brings us the highlights of the 3-year policy prescriptions that the NITI is working on to make India a first world power 15 years from now.
India wants to ensure ACs and cars for everyone in the next 15 years, with cheaper houses and piped gas in city households by the end of FY22. By that time, India is likely to be the world's most populous nation. But NITI Aayog believes that a rise in across-the-board income will make that possible.
Very large part of the population today does have access to two-wheelers, and we can certainly go on things like air conditioning, the washing machines, etc. Right. So once the people's income rise, we get there.
The roadmap to achieve these targets will be released in a 15-year vision document, which will be broken into shorter chunks of 3-year action plans. The first action plan covering FY18 to FY20 is all set to be released.
One of the important issues that the NITI Aayog's 15-year vision document deals with is regarding increasing India's revenue and expanding its tax net. Proposals on this count include a uniform customs rate and bringing agricultural income under a personal income tax net.
But the eventual answer to expanding the base on the personal income tax side, other than the elimination of exemptions, is to also tax the rural sector, including agricultural income, above a certain threshold.
On the real estate side, NITI Aayog wants to ensure bringing down land prices to ensure affordable houses. This is being proposed by releasing land held by SIC PSUs, release of urban land by government entities, and a more generous floor space by March 2020.
We have to work on the conversion laws of land from one use to another, where we can actually, SIC PSUs can be closed down, their land can be brought onto the market. We should also work with higher floor space index. A lot of land is currently tied up in litigation, and those also could be resolved, and that land could be potentially brought onto the market.
To ensure job creation in the manufacturing sector, there will be specific action points in the 3-year action plan for apparel, electronics, real estate, gems and jewelry, and the finance sectors. On the pressing issue of addressing NPAs, NITI suggests supporting takeover of NPAs by private ARCs and recapitalizing SBI-led ARCs. But Panagriya maintained that bad bank is not a viable idea to tackle NPAs.
You need to put in more on recapitalization of the banks, plus then take out the assets from the banks and resolve them. Right. They need to be resolved ultimately. But bank books need to be cleaned up in the need.
On the energy and infrastructure front, the NITI Aayog has proposed extension of city gas distribution to 100 smart cities and reorient the role of IIFCL for supporting PPPs. While the 3-year action plan will see mostly executive action, the 7- and 15-year vision will require several big bang legislative changes, including that of the Constitution.
All the legislative changes, even there may be issues of constitutional amendment, they can come up. I think, on a 15-year basis, we should be prepared for changes wherever politically feasible, including, I think, legislative and constitutional changes.
Midway through NITI's 3-year action plan, the Modi Sarkar will seek a second term from India's electorate, and the government will have to show tangible progress on issues of importance like new jobs and greater income to woo voters. It remains to be seen if the policy prescription suggested by NITI sees the light of the day by the time India sounds the poll bugle.